Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, President William Samoei Ruto said that he's looking forward for a vibrant opposition that's going to checkmate his government for the next 5 years that they are going to rule this country. And of course, that is what should happen. That means the Azimio side is going to play their role. That means this was not also going to interfere with them. But of course, we are already aware that he has poached some members of parliament from Azimio side with the UDM party and some few independent MPs here and there. So already it's disrupting them. Besides this, Ruto had his inaugural address to the National Assembly, and after that, of course, Kalonzo Musyoka and the Kenya Kwanza team came out to respond to him, of course, as the opposition playing their role to question on some of the issues that they feel Ruto is getting it wrong. But when Kalonzo responded to the president, I was surprised with the reaction from Cherargei. Senator Cherargei responded to Kalonzo Musyoka. And if you read his response, you start wondering. And these are some of the issues that Kalonzo Musyoka, together with the Azimio la Umoja leaders, were responding to, just to make sure that Ruto is doing the right thing. Number one, they were questioning about the 50% that Ruto had promised. Remember, Ruto had a charter with women in this country, and he promised that he's going to deliver 50% of his cabinet to women. We are aware Ruto has appointed about 7 women. That is about 30%. But he promised to deliver 50%. So Kalonzo was just right to ask, what is the 50% you promised to women? Second thing that Kalonzo talked about was the issue of appointing a clergy to the cabinet. Because it's like Ruto had promised the religious leader that he's going to appoint a CS in charge of religion affairs in this country. But he did not appoint any clergy member to represent the religion leaders in this country. That was so interesting. Another issue was the appointment of some of the people in his cabinet who have criminal cases in this country, which is very, very, very serious and so much important. Because Kalonzo is questioning the issue of appointing Aisha Jumwa into the cabinet. We are all aware that Aisha Jumwa has a case in court concerning the killing of someone. There's a criminal case in the court against Aisha Jumwa. Someone died, and that case is not yet over. So Kalonzo, in his own wisdom, he was calling out William Ruto to make sure that he is having people who have no questionable character in his cabinet. And that's why I went further to say that the Azimio members of parliament are not going to sanitize people like Aisha Jumwa, who have criminal offenses in the court that they need to respond to. The second person was Mithika Linturi. Ruto has appointed Mithika Linturi in his cabinet. But we are aware that Mithika Linturi is facing a case in court. Rape case. There is someone who took Mithika Linturi to the court with a rape case. Mithika Linturi is yet to be cleared on that case, but he is here to be a CS in William Ruto's cabinet. So you have Aisha Jumwa here with the murder case, and then you have Mithika Linturi with the rape case, but they are going to be part of William Ruto's cabinet. That's something Kalonzo Musyoka has asked. And that is a good question. And to me, opposition is playing their role in a good way. Another thing that Kalonzo Musyoka is questioning is how fertilizer was procured in this country. Because there is allegation of bringing fertilizer that is compromised in this country. The question is, where was KEPSA to check on the quality of fertilizer? So they want the government to come out clear on the issue of procurement, to know how much they used to procure this fertilizer, how procurement was done, and if the fertilizer was meeting the requirement, the quality, so that we don't have compromised fertilizer that is going to jeopardize agriculture in this country. Kalonzo is right on this. Kalonzo touched on the issue of reforms of the IBC so that we can have a free, fair, and credible election. So according to Kenya Azimio side, they feel that IBC is compromised, and of course, for them, they do not believe on what Chebukati delivered. They still believe that it is Venezuela who voted in this country, and they have delivered a president to the nation. They still have a question on that. Then the issue of judiciary, because according to Kalonzo Musyoka, the judiciary was influenced to subvert the rule of law and deliver and subvert the justice in this country. According to Kalonzo Musyoka and Azimio side, the judiciary did not serve justice to this country in their ruling. So I want you shortly to listen to Kalonzo Musyoka, and then after that I'm going to go through the reaction to Cherargei, and we'll continue with this conversation.
On the 27th September, the Ruto administration unveiled their choices of cabinet secretaries. Of the total number, only 7 women were named, contrary to the campaign promise of a 50-50 cabinet. I hear there was an MOU to name from the clergy, members of the clergy, CS for religious affairs. It could be another breach of an MOU. Moreover, the selection of cabinet secretaries, some of whom have amazingly active criminal cases, is unquestionable. What are you asking our parliamentarians to do? Honestly, to go into the committees, compromise them with money here and money here, and actually approve people with criminal cases. If I was William Ruto, I would withdraw some of these immediately to avoid national shame and even international shame. This was not procedurally done on the basis of competencies and personal integrity. We shall direct our MPs to withhold approval of those who do not meet the Chapter 6 threshold of our Constitution.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our running subscribers and anyone who comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give our video a thumbs up so that YouTube can commend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka is very clear that Ruto should not use Uhuru Kenyatta as an scapegoat rather than delivering to Kenyans what he promised. Let them stop complaining and let them work for the hustler, the mamamboga, the border, the poor of the poorest. Because now, the people whom they were referring to as the dynasty are not in power. We have now the government of hustlers at place. So it is time to deliver. But now, funny enough, Senator Cherargei responded to Kalonzo Musyoka, and if you look on the response and the kind of word Cherargei is using, actually, I'm just surprised with this. But I will not read everything that he wrote. I will just focus on the main issues here. And this is how I'm going to put this statement. Though I'll put it on here so that you can also read it. Kalonzo Musyoka should not lecture His Excellency Ruto on how to run government. He should allow Ruto to transform the country, which his ailing economy was created by Musyoka's friends. That is reaction to Senator Kiprotich Arap Cherargei. I have not read the whole statement, but I will read 2 comments because I found these comments so making a lot of sense. These are Kenyans responding to Cherargei. This one person, this is what a Kenyan is saying. Well, even if Kalonzo were to stop Ruto, will still be oriented on how to run the country. Surely, not by you. The hustlers won't even dare question Ruto, but the economy will forever lecture him. Either way, he is cooked. The dynasty are no more. Why is this still a problem? That's a Kenyan. Another Kenyan here, Calvin Okoth. Why don't you let Kalonzo do oversight now that you in Senate, Parliament, who are paid by our tax to do the oversight, have neglected your constitutional roles and turned into comfort of the executive? Cannot check it. So they're simply telling Senator Cherargei that they were elected to do the oversight role. And since they have turned into comfort of the executive, they are not playing their role, he should allow Kalonzo Musyoka to play the opposition role. So, you see already Senator Cherargei is contradicting William Ruto. Kiprotich Arap Cherargei is contradicting William Ruto. Because Ruto said he needs a vibrant opposition. In my own view, what Kalonzo Musyoka is doing is exactly that which William Ruto had asked them to do. Question where they feel they are doing wrong, call them out when they feel they are getting it wrong. And of course it is good they ask Ruto, where is 50% that you said you are going to put in your cabinet for women? Ruto promised the clergy that they are going to have a CS slot for religious affairs. So where is that slot? The fertilizer that they brought in this country, we have to know. Do we have the right fertilizer in this country, or it is compromised? Ruto is so Kalonzo Musyoka is just playing his role. But I'm wondering why Aaron Cherargei, is it Aaron or what? Is Kiprotich. I'm also confusing Aaron and Kiprotich. So why is Kiprotich Cherargei not comfortable with the statement from Kalonzo Musyoka? Because Musyoka is actually playing the role that he should be doing. They have to question this government. And for me, I agree with what Kalonzo Musyoka is asking about. Cherargei should be answering the question about the appointment of Aisha Jumwa into this cabinet. If it's defending William Ruto. Cherargei should be answering the question about the appointment of Musyoka Linturi into this cabinet if he's here to defend William Samoei Ruto and not use abusive language towards Kalonzo Musyoka. Cherargei should be responding to the question of the fertilizer that seemingly has been questioned as far as the issue of quality is concerned. He should be answering that question, but not coming out with abusive language towards Kalonzo Musyoka. That is what he needs to do. And you know, when someone turns into abusive, it means there are mistakes that they are trying to defend themselves from. Because now abuse is another language of turning into defensive, so that no one will question you what you are doing. And this alone make me and other more Kenyans who are even responding to him to believe that this government is getting it wrong. Thank you so much. See you in our next video. Let us meet in the comment section.